Is it Wednesday, Juan? What day is it? Where
No,
are we?
no, it's
Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
It's all going so fast.
Yes.
So R1 is tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. Our
Things
one
are
is
going
tomorrow.
nuts. So in this show today, we're going to go over all of the partners that have already sent in partner LP. There's a bunch of them. We've got the Sublime Sound Network. We've got freaking Rare Rugs with Dump and Lambo, Stonks and Tools from Crypto Alpha. Anon sent some in. Nefty obviously sent some in. Wombat sent in a bunch. Uplift is sending some in. I think AI God and Wiener are going to do some as well. A bunch of people hopped on the promo blitz that we're doing for the next 3 days. Metaforce dropped in, Wiener jumped in, Uplift World jumped in, Anon, PFP Wizards came in hard, Rare Rugs, and Crypto Alpha. And there might even be more. The deadline for that is tomorrow morning. So if anybody wants to jump on that, who's a partner project, they can do that. And we're going to be going over the top 10 meme coins out there because Juan and I think in terms of like large macro stuff all the time. What does this whole market look like? Because I think sometimes in Wax, we start thinking real small because it's all we can see here. That's not what we're doing here. We're thinking really big, right? Our first goal is 10 million TVL. That's the first goal, right? Because there's billions of dollars in market cap out there, and we think this community is capable of getting a very big slice of that. Anyway, minute 20 seconds, boom. What do you like that for? What's up? All right, so we're also we're starting to do these like little clips from the beginning and stuff, just because we've been meaning to do that for a really long time. So we're doing that. So in the first, if we were gonna have a 5-minute clip, like what else could we throw in there that was like some, maybe some R1 alpha, some spicy stuff?
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope that's not a question for me.
It is.
Oh man.
Oh, you know what I didn't mention? I'm fired. The Medium article that you wrote. So there's we're going to go over that on the show today.
Yes, absolutely. So there we explain everything, how the RJAUN token will work, how will you be able to mine it, what the split, everything is explained over there.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, Scrunt, is this real one? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. That's the thing that Colony, Scrunt. We'll go over all this stuff. So we're actually taking your advice and trying to compress some stuff in the first little minute to make some shorts out of the content.
Yes,
it's entirely your fault. So yeah, I guess the other thing, some stuff, other stuff to look out for. Rob and I are still talking about doing a big, huge social media campaign, challenge for all of our partners and their projects, which is going to be really fun. Obviously, the TG app is still under construction. Tomorrow, just to kind of close out the first little 5-minute thing, tomorrow's going to be awesome. The whole reason why we're doing the RJAUN token is to show what it's like to go from zero to fully started on the actual self-serve platform. That's the point. That's why this is so compressed. Anyone who misses it, I'm sorry, we love you, but this is why this is happening. This is why it's sort of all going to happen tomorrow morning. We're going to start the fair launch. It's going to be ultra savage. There's no tickets. There's no nothing. There's no whitelist. There's a 3-minute cooldown. If you're there, you're winning. If you're not, you can take part in the next one or go do some mining with Wiener or some other stuff with AI God or some other stuff with Anon. Like there's lots to do.
Now that you mentioned that, if go to the Launchbacks page, now you can add to the farms and claim your rewards from Launchbacks. Of course, if these are WaxDAO farms.
Oh, that's actually on Launchbacks already now?
Yeah. So you can go and stake there your tokens and claim your rewards if you want to participate in the WaxDAO farms.
That's so good because we that's amazing because I was just talking to a couple of the projects this morning about getting that started. So that's amazing. I thought we were going to do it kind of all like one website, the other website, which would have been fine. We could have figured it out, but
no,
the fact that it's on Launchbags already is real good. Hold on, I gotta play this little game right here. What?
Yeah, no, I think it's better to have everything in one single website, being able to do everything from one place, and also check the health of a token. So that's important. We have a hub for everything that you are doing with your meme coins.
I mean, that was the original intent, and I love the fact that it's becoming so fleshed out. Even just being able to go, you go to the Anon page or the Wiener page, you can click on the allocations now. You can actually see where those accounts are, like exactly where they are in the blockchain. You can see how much time they have vested, like right on that allocation. That's really slick to me. And then you can see, like, just having that list of all the pools that those things are in is so clutch. Because like you can take a look at it, you can see the total TVL of that market or whatever. Because again, there's lots of tokens to get out there you might not know, right? And they, some of them might be like really cool projects that are just getting started. Some of them might be like throwaway scam bullshit tokens. You don't know. On Launchpegs, you're always gonna know, and that was always the point, right? Like that was what we wanted to build.
And and that there's something else that we are just adding. I hope to have it very soon. Is the list of token holders, so you'll be able to see who are the largest holders and how much do they own of the token.
I like it.
So I think that's also good for token safety nets.
Fantastic. All right, 5 minutes 30 seconds. Boom. Now we can chill. We can like bring the temperature down a little bit. We can hang out a little bit. Yeah, so I mean, this just I gave Juan a bunch of ideas for the show title this morning, and they all suck compared to this. Like, I was halfway through reading the sentence, and I was already singing it. Like, yeah, that's that. Nailed it. I was pretty excited about it. Okay, so starting back at the top here, you want to go over the R1 stuff first, or do you want to kind of run through? I kind of mentioned all the partners. That's probably sufficient. Everybody can go. By the way, if you want to know who all the promo partners are, to go like hang out with their tweets or whatever, you can. Some of them have like the Uplift one, for example. I'm picking some winners. There's going to be some Upliftium giveaways. I think a lot of the other projects are doing giveaways on theirs as well. You can kind of check in with them. All of those that list of partners and tweets is pinned in the Launchbags Telegram channel. So check that out. So what do you want to do? Top 10 meme coins or the new medium article?
Let's start with the top 10 meme coins.
Done. On it.
I think that's easy, and then we have an overview of what's going on out there. I just hope nobody gets depressed after seeing that.
No, it's just like, to me, it's like I always look at it as like, if we accomplish a tiny sliver of that success, a tiny sliver. Like I'm gonna share my screen in a second, but the total trading volume in the last 24 hours for meme coins is $4 billion in a day.
Yeah,
like, that's so stupid. Like I know that we are in the right market and we're doing the right things. Do we have a long way to go? Of course we do. But everyone starts this small. Everybody does until you get big, which is what we're gonna fucking do, in my humble opinion. Anyway, so top 10 meme coins. Booyah. So that whole market cap of 45 billion is really, to me, the whole idea that like 10% of total supply of the entire market gets traded every day is nuts to me. But I mean, rock and roll.
Yeah.
So Dogecoin, the glorious Doge. I think I told you before, my first crypto was Doge. Somebody gave me 20 bucks. Yeah, somebody gave me 20 bucks. Like, I think it was like 2014 or some shit like that. And I was just like, what is this fucking, what is this doesn't even mean anything. What are you doing?
Do you think that Dogecoin will get to $1 this cycle?
But I said that last time and I was wrong. So and here's why. And I think this might be common for people that have been around for a while. Like, when I got it was like a micro penny, right? Like micro penny. And that 20 bucks turned into like 250, and I sold. I'd never had something 10x on me before. Like 2016, I sold my Doge, and I put that in a few $100 and traded that for like a year and a half straight in my first cycle. I was completely obsessed, and that was sort of my introduction, right? But yeah, I think it was like, probably like, I don't know, maybe 1,000x lower than it was now. Like it's painful. So for me, like I always sort of think about it in that context, which is wrong. It's just like, And I don't, I looked at the possibility, like, there's no way that Dogecoin is going to have a $5 billion market cap. Well, it's 15, 16 billion now, right? like
yeah,
the universe doesn't care how I feel about any of this stuff. And it really, like, the idea of, now I kind of check myself anytime I'm thinking, okay, like, am I being unreasonable about the potential ceiling for this? Because I have to assume that I am, right? If something has a ton of momentum, it just might be a thing. So Shiba Inu is coming in just under 10 billion, which is bananas. The real Pepe is at 4 billion. Bonk. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bonk or if I've mentioned it 600 million times.
Yeah, and what I see is that Bonk took over Dog We've Had, which was the number one meme coin on Solana.
Oh yeah. So they they went up 20%. Shit. I still got, that's the thing. I bought some Bonk to get that WUF airdrop. And again, I got way more from the WAC stuff. So that was kind of hilarious on its own, but it was educational for me, right? But yeah, that's starting to look like a pretty good, I staked it for the full 6 months. I'm not upset about that. So
cool.
Dog with Hat is 1.6 billion. And I think, again, I think CWIF is like 30 or 40 million, right? And Cow with Hat is fucking adorable. I don't own enough of that, because again, like, if they do the whole cat dog fight kind of thing or whatever is really interesting. They got a great team. They're doing really, really cool stuff. If they achieve any percentage of the success that Dog with Hat has done, then it's got a lot of potential. Okay.
Yeah.
So Floki, I remember hearing, I think I heard about the Floki had like a bunch of those vans that kind of run around with the billboards on them. Yeah, there was an event, one of the Bitcoin events down in Miami when I lived down there, and they had like 4 of them going around downtown the whole time. It was cool. It was not fucking around. What the fuck is Brett?
Brett is the number one meme coin on Base, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Mogcoin. You know anything about that?
Mogcoin. I don't know that one.
Okay, me neither. And Book of Meme. I don't
Book
know
of Meme.
That.
That's Solana.
Okay.
That one I know it, and it's not doing great at the moment, but it's okay.
It's down a little bit. But, Mogcoin up 30%. I mean, this is the thing. It took me a long time to learn, like an embarrassingly long time to learn. The volatility is what we're all here for.
Yeah,
if it can go up 20% and you're like, oh my god, that's the best day ever, it can also go down 20% in a day, and that can't be the worst day ever, right? Because it's just this part. It's part of the volatility. Like, you want to be part of that wave. When it's down 20%, that is a buy signal, right? If the trend is right, all the other things, don't take financial advice from an idiot, blah 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 blah, right? But yeah, that took me a long time to learn, but I'm really excited that I sort of understand it now, which is good. Anyways, all right, so
and it's worth mentioning Popcat, because Popcat is the number one cat coin.
Oh yeah. Is that on Solana too?
Yeah, it's on Solana, and it's the number one cat coin on Solana. There's people saying that it might do as good as Dog with Hat did, but who knows?
Oh, there you go. So how far is it under Dog with Hat? Oh, it's only like a 3x under.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close.
Like
that's pretty close. Dog go to the moon, because of course. Quirky AI. All right. Cool. That's there's a few. We saw one yesterday. There's I Googled just some news on meme tokens, and like a wiener AI came back, and I'm like, this has to be fake. 'Cause I did it on ChatGPT, so I thought it was just like mixing stuff up that I had talked to it about. No, it's real. So that's fun. Cool beans. All right, well, there you go. There's some big things happening.
Yeah.
Good morning, Manus.
Oh yes, let's hit a new record with the RJAUN.
CMC. No, that was CoinGecko.
Yeah, that's CoinGecko.
Do we hate CoinMarketCap now?
I don't hate anything. Hate is bad for you. Not for the one you hate. The one you hate never knows that you hate him, and you're the one taking all the shitty stuff into yourself. Hate is not good. Don't hate.
Hate is like carrying acid in your own body. It's not fun.
Yes,
it's terrible. It's a waste.
It's not good at all.
It's not good for you. And that's such a good point. The other person doesn't know half the time.
Exactly.
Right. It's like literally just destroying your body and making you sad. And you could be doing cooler things like petting puppies or some shit. CZ acquired it. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
CZ acquired.
Hey, when RJAUN Chad, BB Chad. Martian, DM me. We're doing partner LP right now. If you want to do some, you're more than welcome to. We've got
absolutely.
We've got so far. Sublime sent some in. Dump and Lambo, Stonks, Tools, Anon, Nefty, Wombat, Lithium, AI God, and Wiener are going to be sending some. We would love to.
Okay. Slow down there, and let's go with the list of token partners. Because
you want to hear that again?
Do it again.
Let's go. Sometimes I talk real fast. Hey, long story short, Martian, DM me. I'll send you. I'll tell you how to do it. We'll set it up right away, which would be really fun. Okay, so SSN, Sublime Sound Network, cool guys. We've had them on the show. They're awesome. Dump and Lambo tokens, Rare Rugs.
Those ones are cool tokens also.
Yeah, right. Rare Rugs sent those in, and actually, Rare Rugs tweet for the promo little blitz thing we're doing is fucking hilarious. But I don't know why that stuff tickles me as much as it does, but it really does. It's fucking funny. So Stonks and Tools, that's from Manas Crypto Alpha. That whole team sent in both of those. Anon, you guys might have heard about. It's a whole freaking institution already. Nefty obviously matches the initial liquidity that projects send in, which of course is for this one is it's the one. So blah blah blah. Wombat, I was talking to Adrian. Wombat sent in a bunch because they're awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, Uplift is sending some after the show because their head guy's fucking slow. And so I think Wiener and AI God are going to be sending some as well. BB Chad launched this Saturday, airdrop to Chad holders and our PFP holders, 100% supply for holders. I saw that, Martian. And again, you should come on the show and talk about all that stuff again. I think that's fantastic.
Yes, it would be awesome.
Right? Because I think there's a lot of different ways to do this. But I think like finding a cool thing that you can do that is going to go right out to the things, and that's like one of the things we're doing with RJAUN. Again, it's like really focused on sort of long-term mining kind of stuff, right? One has a whole plan for it. But one of the things that we wanted to do for sure was we're going to be doing some airdrops for the promo stuff and for launch bags. But for the 3 projects that have already launched on launch bags, there's going to be an airdrop going out to the top 100 holders of all 3 of them. Because that's just such a cool thing to be able to be building up literally everything as you go, which is really fun. So that's cool. Martian, come back on the show. Totally love to chat about all that stuff, and we'll get it going on. There you go. All right, yeah. So 77 trillion max supply, 70% for Chad holders, 20% MMU Chad PFP. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. Sorry. 10% Ag Aliens. Yeah, you got 4% Burn, 1% Team. Love it. That's awesome. That's cool. So yeah, 70% for Chad holders is pretty solid. So again, there's been. I kind of want to say something about this one, but I want you to as well. Like this morning, there's some question about dropping lots of stuff or whatever. I think it's funny because all of the current projects are dropping other projects. We're just doing it at scale, which was always the point. That was what we designed this thing to do. And honestly, half the time thinks we're not going fast enough, and maybe he's right. That's entirely possible, right? Adrian wanted us dropping a meme token every 3 days, all the time. Yes. I think my head would explode. But when we go self-serve, it might be even faster than that. You don't know, right? So I went and looked. I was curious to see, Solana has a market cap that's 600 times Wax, right? Which is a whole thing we're all kind of aware of. But I wanted to see how many meme tokens they've dropped. Was it 100? Was it 50? It was 600,000. 600,000 meme tokens have dropped on Solana.
Yeah,
that's a lot of noise, right? But they've had a lot of success as well, and I think it's more or less I think baked in that one can come with the other. So if we were to do a straight up analysis on market cap, that would mean that Wax with this market cap could handle 1,000 meme tokens. So we've got a long ways to go. And really, for me, looking at the pace and the fact that more people are showing up for this ecosystem all the time, which is, we will support, everybody who's supporting other people we want to support. Martian fucking supports other people. We want to support them. The people that are collaborating, we really fucking love that. We want to be part of that community and we want to help build it. And those tokens that start, adding liquidity with each other and creating a whole bunch of interplay, it's going to create a base and a bonfire, I think, that's going to really supercharge what we're doing. Okay, sorry, I'm going to stop talking.
That's something we really should keep on doing. I think that's very positive for the ecosystem because we don't have big investors here on Wax, but by doing this with partners, we are managing to create a very decent liquidity for the size of what we are doing right now.
Yeah, and it's building.
Of course, at some point we need bigger investors. They have to come. I don't know yet from where, but we need something bigger if we want to get to the market cap that we want.
Oh, 100%. I kind of, the way I've been looking at it is like, and like, I don't know how big R1 is going to be, but if it's even the same size as Anon with 3 days promo, that's going to blow my mind. It just, and we'll see what's going to happen.
We can do something. Go right now to the Nifty Blocks page, and and share your screen because I think that this is really awesome. What's going on there?
the LP NFTs. I think it was JR that kind of was like missed the last one and went fucking bananas on these things. But I need to get more.
You know what is really blowing my mind is that the R1 liquidity for Wax is the #1 drop on Nifty Blocks today.
Is it really?
Yes, for sure.
Can I get that? I need that screenshot.
Yeah. Go to Nifty Blocks and share it, and you will see.
Holy frick, you're right.
Yes. So
that's fucking fun. Is what that is.
And I'm sure with Anon it didn't happen only because Anon was a USDT drop. So it's not showing here, but I'm pretty sure that Anon was the same. And so we have #1 on Nifty Blocks for Real One.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool beans. So the top stuff only shows Wax?
Yes. And that's a problem because if we wanted to show top drops considering every other coin, we would need oracles, and there are no oracles on Wax. So that's our big limitation.
Those things?
Well, the thing is that we have discussed about building the oracles ourselves a lot of times, but I think it would be a big mistake because it's something we'll have to maintain, and it's something we cannot monetize. I think that oracles on Wax should be a project that a team takes and make sure that they are building and monetizing that project, and they commit to maintain it over the long term. It doesn't make sense for Nifty Blocks or Atomic Hub or Alcor or whoever to build that because it's not our core business. Somebody else should be developing that and making a business out of the oracles.
So would it make sense then to like, wasn't that like there was the I don't remember the name, but basically like the Wax projects where they were basically like funding little projects and stuff. I don't know.
Wax Labs.
Wax Labs. Yeah. Wouldn't that be sort of like a top priority for them, or like what do you know what's kind of gone out with Wax Labs, or because I
don't know if that's a top priority, but in my opinion, if we want Wax to become an ecosystem for trading tokens, having oracles, it's a must. It's definitely a must. So
there's freaking 45 of these things went out already. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's crazy, but it also makes sense. I can't predict the future, but if history repeats itself, this is one of the most safe ways to
right. Well, and I think
get into a token.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if it flattens out a little bit over time. But I really don't know if it will, right? So the reason why we wanted to kind of do this experience anyway, like one of the projects, the sort of things that we're focused on is making sure that we always have more liquidity. Because again, like if we keep having the size of liquidity that we have now, big investors just simply can't deploy capital here in a responsible way, right? So like we want to build that liquidity up to the point where that makes sense, which is why we tried that little experiment. That little experiment worked really, really well. Like there was a pretty good percentage, but it was a very small experiment, so there wasn't that many people doing it. I think the more people we have doing this, it's probably going to spread that profit out. But the profit was really good, and again, like it's safe, right? Like you're not trying to snipe the IDO.
It's not well. It's the same as sniping the IDO if you think about it.
A little bit, not really though.
Well, because sorry to say it. It's exactly like that. The only difference is that you cannot sell immediately. Well, so you snipe it to buy, but you cannot sell immediately because it's there for 15 days.
And that is what makes it. You're in the LP that's automatically going to get flipped as people buy, for whatever token or whatever, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the point. And
but
that
still ends up being more valuable.
Well, in the end, it's a safe bet because you are buying at the exact lowest price, basically.
Yeah.
The only thing is that you are not allowed to sell at the top, as if you would have really sniped the pools and sell when the price goes up.
And again, like you're holding LP. And that the price on that LP per token is dynamic, right?
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
You're gonna have like the second that IDO goes, if it goes 10x, right? Well, your LP has flipped it by that much, and still 15 days later it ends up being much more valuable, which has been our experience over 2 drops. So that to me is really exciting because again, like I still love getting in on the IDOs, although I'm always freaking late. But it's always I have yet to get in. Well, there's one I got in way too late on one of my buys. But generally speaking, like the IDOs work pretty well. And I rarely sell anything anyway, so I'm here for the duration. But yeah, I mean this is actually kind of what we were after crypto shorts. Like it's like seed round vesting. I'd like to even find even better ways for sort of investor class people to be able to get involved in a responsible way, because that's something that other tokens have done.
And with RJAUN, this is something I really think it's worth doing. I should buy more liquidity there because if you think about it, here we are only going to release a very tiny percentage. We'll go over that in a moment.
Yeah.
And the mining mechanics should make this very interesting. So I think that this, even if it was staked for a longer time, I think it's still a very good. You will still get a very good return.
That's cool. I just got to take a snapshot of this because it's freaking awesome. All right, so I guess let's go over the article then. Do you want to do that?
Yes, let's do that.
Cool.
For sure.
Do you want to do that?
What I don't want to do is you moving, because then you see the real one in your background.
I just like it because it's kind of like I have hot dog earrings or earphones on. It's so fun. TC, you're the best. I'm a huge fan.
What happened to TC? I haven't seen him today.
I haven't either. Yeah, he's like a freaking institution. If he doesn't show up, we assume that where he lives is under like a hurricane warning or something.
Oh,
I don't think he gets hurricanes where he lives, for the record.
Okay.
I just really want a freaking snapshot of this top drops thing. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, I know. I was really surprised when I saw that the RJAUN wax pool was the top drop on Nifty blocks.
Yeah, it's good stuff. TC's here. Yay!
Hey, there you are.
Hello. Awesome sauce. All right. So
Cool.
The article. Yeah, it was good. Might as well just show my screen here too if you guys want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom. Okay. Get to know the real one.
Yes. So,
Right.
what's in this article? So basically, just to remind everybody what we're doing here and why we're creating the real one. It's not because my ego is bigger than my apartment. No, it's because we needed a token to test and show everybody how to use the platform. So basically, what we're doing is that the purpose of this is showing everybody how to create a token, how to launch a token using launchbacks. And of course, the first one will be the real one with a max supply of 42 million plus one.
That shouldn't amuse me as much as it does. It does every time. I don't care. So this is, I think, an important point. A lot of people have had questions. We're changing things up substantially because of the fact that we're starting from zero and going all the way to finishing the whole thing, fair launch, everything all in one kind of sitting, right? So the morning of, tomorrow morning, July 12th, we're doing the whole thing. We're getting on the platform. We're going to get it started. We're going to build the entire thing and do the fair launch, do the IDO all at once. It's going to be fairly epic. But yeah, you'll need to be there to take part in it. Max gets all the supply.
No, Max. We won't let you.
See, okay, this is something I just want to put a pin in this. Crypto Shred is a really good point, because I mean, this is EOS did something like this back in the day, and they raised 4 billion, whatever. Too bad they didn't do anything good with it. Well, as much as I would have liked. Staircase seed rounds in window timeframes where the price rises in incremental amounts. Example: 3 rounds. First round cheapest vested for longest, then vest time lock steps down in time frame. That's kind of fun. They didn't actually do that. Like the whole longer vesting for earlier times is interesting. Yeah, savage.
Yeah,
this is just what this is. This is going to become a genre. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's next. The savage launch, that's after, because first we will configure the token. We'll create a token.
Yes.
And we have the token distribution.
Yeah.
Launchbacks, greedy launchbacks with 7% of the max supply. Greedy launchbacks.
It's almost like, and we never do any work. We just want to sit back and fucking just rake in the pennies.
Oh yes.
That's funny. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No. Okay, yeah, we have the fair launch with the 1.25% of the total supply, airdrop for 7.75%, which that airdrop will be split in 3 parts. It's 25% for previous tokens, the holders of the previous tokens launched on launchbacks.
Yeah, top
that would
100
be
each.
basically for AI God, Winner, and Anon.
Yep.
And 25% for the partners who are helping us to spread the word on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That one will be again split in 2 parts. One where they
Before
help
and
us
after.
with the fair launch, and one the other half where they help us with the miners, which we will get to just in a few minutes. Then we have IDO with 6% only of the supply. And then mining will get 85% of the tokens.
I like it. So we're doing something a little bit different with the Launchbag side of things, because of the fact that the mining is going to, have so much of the supply is kind of out there for a much longer period of time with the mining stuff. That we decided to sort of increase the time for our vesting. Like our tokens are always vested. We've got like a regular thing that we do, but Juan made the call, and I think it's completely correct to kind of push that out, just to kind of make it a little bit more balanced.
Yes, yeah, and especially just as you said, because the supply is it will have to be mined. So it's if we really receive that 7% before there's enough supply out, we'll be able to drop the price, and that's not what we want.
Yeah, we don't even want the sort of perception of that, right? Because like
exactly
the amount of circulating supply that the launch bags that we would have, the team and I would have, would be just too high compared to everything else that was out there.
Yes, and but I think that it's a very good moment to remind everybody how that 7% from that goes to launchbacks works.
Okay.
Because I saw a comment. I don't know if it was ill-intentioned or pure curiosity or whatever in Telegram, saying that Corey and I were getting the 7%. And that's not really the case, guys. From that 7%, 2% will be used to reward the community. That will go back to whoever is keeps on buying on launchbacks, for airdrops, for different things. So already there you'll see that we dropped to 5%. Then 1% goes to development, and that might be whether it is the Nifty Blocks development team, or if we partner with someone else and to develop something, and they need some tokens to work, then we will also have some reserves there. And then yes, 2% goes to Corey and 2% goes to Nifty Blocks. But yeah, we cannot do this for free. Otherwise, yeah, it's very fun hanging out here every day. But
Right.
but as I said yesterday, we still like to eat 3 times per day.
I mean, that's yeah. Right now, I'm eating ramen. But what are you gonna do? Go big or go home. Yeah, R1 proof of work on a proof of stake protocol. Genius. I like it. I do. The second one told me about it. He can vouch for this. I was super excited. And honestly, like, I think the longer I thought about the mining, the more I was excited about it. Because we're kind of seeing a lot of people kind of do stuff like that a little bit. And obviously, like I went in pretty big on mining network, and obviously we saw that didn't end super well. So it would be cool to see like an organized one that I know I can trust to kind of play around with. That'll be really fun. The thing that excited me the most is just that you flip the script on it, right? Like you got to do 51%, in the IDO fair launch. You have to do that. No, you don't, right? So just get rid of it and try something else. Just because I love the experiment of it.
And that's why exactly you cannot trust these guys who come and say, "Oh, I have the silver bullet for trading and da. This is how you evaluate a token." No, come on. You really have to do your research, because this is breaking all the rules of the awesomeness of meme tokens. But it makes sense when you go through everything. You still understand that this is a safe bet.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think so. Now, granted, like I trust you implicitly, so like you could launch the dumbest thing ever and still buy it. That's just real. That's just me. Nobody else should take that advice. Obviously, it's really bad advice.
And Max, no, we are not doing this for free. I still have to pay your salary every month, man. So come on.
There it is. So the DAO will be created in the upcoming days, and we'll decide on the mining mechanics and the use of the WAN DAO fund. Oh, I guess we should talk about the token transfer fee first.
But yeah, you skip the token transfer fee. Indeed. So there you have the 0.5% for launchbacks. That's what we always take when there is an on transfer fee. And there is 0.75% that goes to the one DAO fund, and that one is a DAO that we will create on Wax DAO, and the idea is that whatever happens with mining mechanics and stuff should be decided by the community in the future. Maybe the first couple of rounds will be 100% decided by us, but as soon as we have the DAO, we want to really involve the community and start making partnerships, collabs, and whatever we can, and make those important decisions through the one DAO. And it might even be, and I would really love to see that one DAO fund goes to some kind of charity or something like that at some point.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool, but in the end, it will be up to the community to decide what we do with that.
Okay, so this freaked me out the first time I saw this. So season 1 of mining will begin 2 weeks after the IDO. Mining R1 will be a blend that delivers tokens. The possible results will be full reward, half reward, nothing. Okay, so you're basically like doing a is there NFTs involved? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so basically you need a miner NFT.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is your miner NFT? Who is a better miner than Betsy? Betsy will be your miner.
Okay.
But not any regular Betsy.
Okay.
We will have a drop where you can buy the miners, and to buy a miner, you will need some real one. So you will need the token to buy the miners. Then you equip your Betsy with the miner, and your miner allows you to start mining that is going to this blend and claiming it once per hour.
That makes so much sense, because honestly, like I'm still annoyed that we live in a universe where Betsy hasn't sold out yet. So I'm really excited that just because I love the project, I think it's really awesome and dynamic and doesn't get the attention it deserves. So I'm really glad that you did that. So just to make sure I understand this properly, there's going to be some basically Betsy accessories, right? You can buy them with R1 as you become one with the one. You equip your Betsies with that. Now that equipped Betsy is your miner.
Yes, so you can go with your Betsy and go to that blend, and you might get a full reward, a half reward, or Nothing. That's
Okay.
how life works.
Okay. And so that's gonna happen, every hour on the hour.
Every hour.
Because
So you will be able
you're
to do that
savage.
24 times per day.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but
And
of
my
course,
biggest worry, right?
yeah,
It looks like I can barely do twice a day on Crypto Alpha, and I love them.
no problem. No problem. And that's why we will have the automators. So if you buy an automator NFT, the automator will take care of claiming this blend once every hour for you. So
Thank
you don't
God.
have to go and do it manually
I'm,
every time.
I'm
And of
buying.
course,
I'm buying
the
that.
automators will also be
Like a Betsy accessory.
no, I don't think the automators will be a Betsy accessory.
Okay.
But the automators will be an NFT that you have to buy with
With
the
our
real one.
Okay. So where
Yeah.
does the R1 that goes into buying these things go?
Okay. This we split it. 80% goes back to mining,
Mm,
and 20% goes to operations. So basically to the team, to us, so that we can keep on developing and thinking of new cool stuff to do and so on.
Yeah. And I think most people understand this, but I love when teams do that. I've seen Chad do this in some interesting ways with the transfer fee and just some things like that. The especially, and I kind of learned this with the uplift, right? I mean, like figuring out how to incentivize people to want to do tons of work on a project is something that investors fucking want. And if you
Yeah.
don't want that, you're doing it wrong. If you think that all these people should just do shit for free out of the goodness of their heart, you're out of your goddamn mind. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense, right? So if you want number to go uppy, you want everybody to be making money, especially the people that are working ridiculously hard on this stuff. That incentivization means that it's going to be in one's head all the time, which is great. That's a fucking good thing. Anyway, excuse my French.
Yeah. No, you're totally right.
Okay, good talk.
So then, yeah, we have this and miners. So there will be multiple mining seasons, and that's an important point. So every mining seasons will start giving less rewards, in the sense that, for example, I haven't made the exact numbers yet, but let's say that mining season number 1 will allow you to allow the community to mine up to 2 million yuan, right? Then
What?
mining
2
season
million
number
or
2, let's make 2 million.
All right, threaten me with a good time.
But the next season will only have maybe 1.5 million.
Ooh.
And we will release more powerful miners. So you can equip your Betsy with a more powerful miner that will be still mining once per hour. And the previous generation of miners, you can still use them, but they will only mine every 2 hours. So 12 times per day instead of 24.
So
And then
will the
you
old
have
miners
to,
still work or no?
yes, the old miners will still work,
Oh,
but
shit.
they will be less efficient.
Okay.
They will be less efficient every time.
But you still own them. So like getting in early.
Yeah, you still own them, and you can even sell them to someone who's getting started and doesn't have enough miners, whatever. But
Sure.
if you are serious into this, you should always go and get a new miner that will allow you to get more of the rewards of this mining season.
That's interesting, and so I think the part of the thing that I really like as well, like just getting the community involved in sort of how to run the dynamics of that with the Yuan DAO thing, I think is really smart. So okay, so just so I kind of trying to understand the mechanics a little bit. So 2 million first round. So basically, the first round goes, I guess, until that is gone, maybe.
Yes, until that is gone,
okay,
and
so
then we will have maybe a
3-day,
1 week pause until and we continue with the next season.
Love it. Okay, so and like put those miners on sale right when the other one ends, so people have time to buy them or get their accessories.
Yes, exactly. And one thing here is that don't take these numbers that I'm saying during the show as written in stone. These might change from now until the day of the release. I still have to do some math to make sure that the number makes sense.
So we reserve the right to have better ideas.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Thank you for that. That's exactly the best way to express it.
I've always maintained that. People can like it or not. TC, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. Can seasons just be once a month or a quarter? We're getting a bit too complex. It's actually much simpler if they run until that segment runs out, in my humble opinion. Can miners be bought and sold in the secondary market? Yes.
Miners, yes, for sure. The
Okay.
ones that cannot be sold on secondary market, or maybe yes, the automators. Initially, we were discussing with Jose about making them entities, but yeah,
How come?
non-transferable tokens.
What would the point of that be?
Because we wanted to track something, but I think that with the new way that I proposed, it's not needed. So maybe both miners and automators can be traded on secondary market. Yes.
Yeah, just if there's no reason not to. So
Well, there was a reason, because we wanted to keep track of the mining power.
Okay.
So that it changes, but in the end, what I thought of is that it was easier to reduce the mining power of old artifacts by having them mine less times in an automated way.
Okay. All right.
So we don't have to track anything.
That makes sense. Simple rule is the best rule.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the accessories thing, I'm just like, I've got a couple Betsies or whatever. I've got season 1 miners. The season 2 miners, are they going to be like different kinds? So at some point, my Betsy's going to have like literally everything on her, and I can't get more miners on her. How's that going to work?
Well, normally what we will have to do is that you have to take away your your old generation miner and equip your Betsy with a new generation miner. And I don't know, if you have 5 Betsies, maybe only 3 of them will be mining, or if you had 5 and 3 were mining, you can use your old miners for the other 2 Betsies, or whatever you want.
But they're going to be less powerful.
They're going to be less powerful, but still they might get you a nice reward.
Okay. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it will be nice.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna think about that. I'm sure it'll work. So
and there's a line here that's very important.
Go ahead.
And maybe, this is something that we haven't shared with everybody. So all the NFTs that are giving you that are adding liquidity, then we'll keep on adding liquidity to a liquidity pool. You will get your LP tokens at some point, but all of those will be incentivized with WOF. So all of our LP tokens will be incentivized with WOF through farming in WaxDAO.
The NFTs, like the LP NFTs.
Initially the NFTs, and then the
LP as well.
The LP as well. Yes.
All right. Yeah, like a new model ASIC is more powerful. That's definitely
exactly.
That's kind of the goal,
the
right?
Concept.
We sort of like are contemplating the sort of the Bitcoin mechanics. So it'd be nice to blend old miners into upgraded miners. Could we just do that instead?
That could also be something that you have to blend old miners. Maybe having like a catalyst or something, and you blend them, and you get the new miners. That could be something nice.
If I could spend, even if it was like slightly less R1 to blend than it was to buy, because you want to like kind of give people that have been around in the beginning a little bit more. Is that right? Like, you're sort of incentivized to upgrade instead of buy new ones, but you still like
exactly
keep up.
It could be something like I don't know, and I'm going to make up the prices. Let's say that a new miner costs $10, but if you have an old miner, then you can give it as an ingredient, and it will only cost you $5 to upgrade to the new one. And then people who has been playing since the beginning will be able to get an advantage over the newcomers, for example.
Okay, TC, maybe flesh this out a little bit. I'm not sure I understand it, but what if you keep your R1 token and not sell the older miners? Get a better % for next season. So if you have ones from this season, they're slightly better for next season. Does that?
Wait.
So this TC, this I sort of like it as a degen early kind of thing, but the mechanics we're trying to copy here is the sort of the economic and technological situation with Bitcoin, right? So it's constantly more expensive to mine Bitcoin.
Yes,
and that is a very good thing. That's why number go uppy, right? In a lot of ways. So if we sort of constrain that, and again, like the miners are constantly having to sell Bitcoin to buy more mining shit. all the time, right? Like that's a thing that, you know, in a lot of ways really drives the market. So I think that's what we're trying to copy here. So I don't really know that would work. Obviously, like the people that are in early, we want them to benefit. Like I think that's
Yes.
you know, makes tons of sense. So even if, like, you know, you're having to sort of blend the old miners to get into the new miners just to sort of keep up, and then really, like, if you wanted to expand, you know, you get another Betsy, you buy, you know, some more R1, you get some more stuff or whatever, and you kind of, you know, run through it. And again, like that, actually, that's going to get real interesting, right on its own. Just because then, you know, to you know, keep your share, you know, now I'm already thinking like I think I have enough Betsies right now, but am I sure? No. Right? I mean, it's going to be, people are going to have to do the math on it, right? I think the pools from the beginning are going to be, you know, wide open, frankly, just because it's just us here. I think there could be a lot more people here in a month or two or whatever it is. So, you know, getting some, you know, advantage and then just basically riding the pool in a smart way. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So that's
season one with tokens and sacrifices tokens upgraded Series 2 discount. I think it just makes more sense to just, you buy one and then you just, that goes into the reward pool.
But you know, all of those proposals that people are making right now is what we should do with the DAO, and then people vote and we decide, okay, this will be the way to go.
Right. So yeah, this is kind of what Stefan was talking about. So I think yes end, right? So old miners are going to do 50% the next season, but you can, you know, trade them in with some R1 at a discount compared to buying new ones. That would get you up to that same season. So if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to. And that actually might even be the best call, you know, over time, depending on where the pool is, how many people are around, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, I think yes end is great.
Yeah, everybody will have to make their calculations and see if it's worth buying new equipment, keep on buying more of the old miners because they will be cheaper on the secondary market. I don't know. That's something we cannot anticipate.
Okay. TC, fire me a DM because I still don't understand what you're saying. But we'll figure it out. I don't really understand it. But I'm slow and I need more coffee. So there you go. Either way, I think it's gonna be interesting. And again, like, you know, I think I think we sort of like the top level ethos of it. You know, the idea is to see if we can sort of hew to the you know, the economic, like the macroeconomic situation that Bitcoin created, right? It's like obviously it's a whole lot simpler or whatever, but that's sort of the ethos behind it, the idea behind it is to sort of kind of match that, right? So I think any ideas that we have, the closer that, you know, we hew to that in a way that kind of makes sense for the whole project and for everybody, will probably, you know, do really well.
Yeah, in the end, you know, what I see is that it makes a little bit like all the mechanics in a blockchain, because you will have like the miners. We are not validating transactions, but we are mining the tokens. You will have liquidity pools. You will have farms. You will have a little bit of you will have a DAO. So a little bit of everything that you see in a blockchain will be part of this.
I like it. So, and this is something people have been asking me constantly, whether it's with, you know, Lithium, because we got a bunch of different things going on or whatever. Like, oh, like, where should I put it? It's really with Uplift. I've designed that entire thing so that I have no clue. I don't want to know what the best thing is. I don't. Right. So all the pools are dynamic. They're constantly moving. I can't tell you. I literally don't know what it's going to look like tomorrow. You know, we're doing stuff to kind of, you know, create movement and create change or whatever. And so like, just like, you gotta do the math or just do everything. The only thing I have time and brain space to do is to kind of go everywhere and do a little bit of everything, which is, you know, depending on how much time you have, that would probably be the best advice I have. Right? If you go, and every time I've seen people do this, they'll go like all in on one LP pool or whatever, which I have done myself. So I get it. And then, you know, 2 days later, something else happens and it's really awesome. And then, you know, you know, freaking, it's gone. Oh. But Corey, can you tell me where I should put my wiener?
The only advice that I can give you is hodl your wiener.
Gotta hodl
your wiener.
Oh my God, how is that not a meme yet?
That's the only thing that I can tell you.
I don't care what anyone says. That's fucking funny. Gotta hodl that wiener. Yeah. 54 minutes in. We'll make a clip of that shit. Oh no. On that note, though, there's two things going on with wiener right now. The wiener staking is still going on, and that's going to be going on for a little bit. The actual token staking on I think we did it on WaxDAO. Yeah, WaxDAO farm.
Yeah, I added some wiener to that farm this afternoon.
Gotta add some wieners to the farm.
Still 19 days to go or something like that. I think.
Okay. And again, remember this. People are like, sorry, go in, get out, go in, get out. No, don't. She's just gonna keep adding to that pool. So if you're in that pool, just stay in there. You don't have to move it out, get cost 5%, take it out, get cost, or put it back in 5%. No, just leave it there.
Now that you mentioned that, maybe it's a good moment to go to Launchbacks and show people how to add to that farm or to that farm from Launchbacks.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, if you share now the Launchbacks page, you can show people where to add to those farms.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Oh, I went to Wax on Edge like a fucking weirdo. Basically, you need to buy more R1 to keep the old miners going to claim every hour. I mean, that's kind of what we're saying, right? If you didn't want to spend the NFTs, but it kind of makes more sense to just blend up to the next ones, and then it kind of keeps the math on the back end easier, or no?
Yeah, I think that we'll have to think about that, but I think I kind of understand the concept, and the only thing is I think that the implementation is more difficult.
Right. Can we accomplish the same thing by saying, okay, you have that NFT, you're going to blend that plus some R1 to get the next one? It sort of does the same thing. You have to spend R1 to get into, to have the maximum sort of gain that you can get per Betsy on the thing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Launchbags building a wax hub that was needed forever. I mean, that's been one of the things that, Juan and I started talking about this very, very early on. The whole idea that, and again, this show is meant to be that, right? And not just for our projects, but for all of our partner projects and for anybody else that wants to collaborate in good faith. We want to do this with everybody, right? The fucking Chads are fucking awesome. I love those guys. There's tons of projects out there. Partnered with us or not, that really want to build this whole thing as a community. That's what this show is about. It always has been, and it always will be. The Launchbags, platform, right? We're doing, all the stuff we're launching. They're going to have their own ratings pages. I want every token that wants to apply to get on there to have a ratings page. Ultimately, I'd love for every freaking token to have a ratings page and to have that one-stop shop where you could just be in there and that becomes that thing. And that's not even to talk about how fucking ridiculously awesome the Telegram app's going to be.
Yeah, and going a little bit back there, we are still very interested in NFTs, and if someone with an NFT project wants to come to the show, we will also like to help him grow his audience. But right now, memes are the thing. So yeah. But Uplift. Corey, let's go back to the.
Sorry, Scott said something nice about Uplift.
Uplift. That's a nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice.
Yes, it's a nice thing.
It's a nice. All right, where am I going? All right, let's just share this and let's do it together. Boop. 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 Gotta love the sound effects. Okay.
Yeah, so go to Wiener.
Go to Wiener.
Yeah, even if it's launched. Then you go to the...
farms.
Farms.
That's new.
And you see the farm.
Oh, fucking
and you go and check the details. And there you can stake and unstake. And yeah.
Dude, that's so good. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we were able to do this very quickly because we're just using the development of Mike and integrating it into Launchbacks.
So again, when we do the LP token farms, it's all just going to be on the token pages now.
Yes.
Sexy as fuck.
Yes, and we are also going to add for the token creator the possibility to create the farms directly from Launchbacks. They don't even have to go to WaxDAO. They will be created on WaxDAO, but it will happen from Launchbacks. Not they won't have to go anywhere else.
Juan, I fucking love you, bro. It's so. I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, and I was like getting ready to, really dive into the Nifty LP and get, all of our partner projects to start doing that stuff. Uplift has needed to do some farms for quite a while. Like, I was kind of getting in that mode, and I like just thinking in terms of those two websites was doable. Excited about it. Fuck it. This is so much cool. It's just like very excited about it. All right, cool. Token farms. That's just great. That's really, really great. That's fun. So yeah, and again, like having it to be where. So okay, just is this something that like down the road, where I get Lithium on there as an example, and it's got the ratings based on all the public information that you can pull off of Wax on Edge, and it can use an FDLP and it can do all the things that can kind of be part of this, even though it didn't launch on Launchpacks.
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay, so. Uplift has the Lithium token, right?
Yes.
I would love for it to be part of the ratings thing, even though like
yes.
Right. So like there's I mean that's a whole whole.
Yeah, I think that you should discuss that with Jose, but I think that it's possible to do that, and he already thought everything so that even tokens that are not created here will be shown with whatever we can show about that token.
That'd be great. And honestly, like having the profile page and like sort of, we'd almost kind of want like a login thing so that you have to own the token to get a page on there like that, because obviously we don't want. As far as like making that permissionless, we don't want people making like dumb posts about shit or whatever. It's like that, if you're a project owner, you can sort of have it on there and be part of that whole thing, which would be really cool. Because then, more people using Waxed Out, more people using FDLP, right? Because we can get all those things kind of organized on there. Yes. And maybe they show up as, if you're a project that's launching on Launchbags, maybe you reach out to them and say, hey, you want to do some partner LP? What's up?
Yes.
Anyway, the frickin' token farms, like, that's there's a lot of exciting things that happen today. So for me, that just it fits exactly what I need, exactly when I needed it. So thank you very much. So is this what Mike D was talking about? Give it open source to anyone when he was on the show? I think so. Yeah.
No, not really, because Mike wants to develop more open source tools, and that means the code is available and everybody can use it. Here, what we are doing is different. Every smart contract on any blockchain should be permissionless, and anybody should be able to use it. Mm-hmm. And here, what we are doing is that we are using Mike's contracts, and we are only providing a different front end for his contracts. And there's a fee to pay to create a farm and so on. But that's something that goes to Mike. Of course, there's a tiny kickback for the platform who's hosting this, and we are registered as a partner. But this is really the way blockchain should work with composability. You're using the smart contracts that are there available, and you're building a new platform just by reusing them, and everybody makes money with that instead of having to rebuild everything from scratch yourself.
What he said. No, that's good. Composability has been on my mind, and that's really, really good. Because again, like the more tools that are out there, the more brains that are thinking about it, the more people can benefit, and again, be incentivized to do that from a business perspective. Is really, really good. I'm fucking excited about those farms. And again, like the whole idea, and this was the whole idea the whole time, right? But to see it kind of start to happen is really exciting. That you have that do a token launch on Launchbags. You've got all the fucking shit right there all the time, right? Everything you need, everything your people are going to need.
Yes.
Right. The fair launch is going to be there. The IDO is going to be there. The freaking farms afterwards are going to be there. Everything is going to be on your page. Period. Right.
Yes.
You're going to be able to launch a project and have access to all of that stuff. It's all built for you. Right.
Yes.
That's like if I launch a token on Wax, there's no way I'm doing it anywhere else. Just again, like that's not to say that like what Chad and those guys are doing, like they're fucking doing awesome shit, right? But the whole idea is we wanted to make it so valuable to launch with us that literally anybody would, right? And again, like they can build, they're building their own stuff, so they wouldn't, right? Like you can make the case for people not to, right? Exactly.
That's fine. But, everybody can do whatever they want.
And
but I think that the real value that you get by coming to Launchbags is the community, the network of partners, the show that will promote your token if you give us a
$1 million?
notice that you're going to launch.
Oh yeah, notice. That's what I meant.
Yeah. So then that's really the value. You have an ecosystem that will help you promote your token, that will bring a community that is interested in buying new meme tokens, or not even meme tokens, because when I started the one token, I thought it was going to be purely a meme, but it turns out that it has some kind of utility. So it's a meme, but not 100% a meme.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of part of the wax culture. Like, I was talking to Megan about this the other day. Like, oh, we're a meme token. She saw some conversation we were all having or whatever. Somebody, I think it was Colin the Dale, was talking about, just wanted to buy a meme token that was just that and was never going to be anything else. And I get it. I think there's some juice with that. But this is the wax community, man. We've been so used to doing so many cool things with so many cool tools. It's kind of tough not to, right? It's like, and of course, the Wiener's doing some stuff, and they got the rewards thing, and they could decide to do totally different things or whatever. But yeah, this sort of, if you're around here, the utility is kind of baked in. There's a gazillion things that you can do that make things more interesting. Hold R1's wiener.
Hold my beer, but don't hold my wiener.
Meme number 7 of the day. Hold my beer, but don't hold my wiener. All right. So here, man, if somebody doesn't launch a beer token on launch bags this year, I'm gonna cry.
Sorry. I have the greatest idea, but we have to talk about that one later. Yeah, oof.
Every time he says oof, I know it's good.
Oof, yes.
Hodl my beer. Come on now.
Hodl my beer, but don't hodl my wiener.
The beer wiener LP pool, that's a thing that just makes it happen. I mean, the freaking wiener bun pool makes a total sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's gonna make a peach. Anyway, sorry. Is that too much? Probably. I'm not a 13-year-old boy. I just look, act, and feel like one. Well, I don't look like one. I look like an old man, but still. All right. So fantastic. So the Medium article is there. All that stuff is going to be in the Launchbags Telegram. Always check the pin post. It's always there. Babs, yeah. Don't tell Babs. You can. I tell her all this stuff. She's fucking thinks I'm ridiculous. Yeah, dude, the farm page is awesome. Just try it. Yes. Yeah, categorically, yes. It's fucking sexy is what it is. And see the token transfer fee 4.5%. Does that say both ways? Is that what that means?
Well, it's no. That's only for depositing. When you deposit, you will have to pay the transfer fee.
But
what we're trying to do with all of our tools is that we show that you have to pay something. Now, if you go to Nifty Blocks, all the tokens that have a transfer fee and we know about them, we show that there will be a transfer fee, and we make the calculation automatically for you so that you keep the reserves that you need in your wallet.
Awesome. So the thing that somebody was asking a question about this before, right? Because I think most of the places where you can do stuff like this, the platform itself is exempt. So you pay the transfer fee going in, you don't pay it coming out, right?
Exactly.
Which I think is really smart. But this looks like you're paying it both ways.
No.
You see that? The little top corner right here, right above stake, with the two arrows. I don't know. They're just like visually, right?
Where is that? Sorry,
you can't see my.
No,
thing.
I can see your.
So right under grow your wiener.
Open it here.
Right above stake.
Above stake.
It's probably not vital. It just sort of.
Token has a transfer fee. That's just a visual thing. Yeah, that's visual. It doesn't mean that it's on both ways.
Yeah, so that's a symbol for transfer. Totally
that's
makes sense.
Symbol for transfer. That's
maybe we could even just say like just in, not out, just to kind of make it clear, because we're gonna get that question.
But it's only in. Yeah.
It's only when your wiener goes in. Hey, we have 69 viewers. Come
on, Corey.
I regret nothing. Awesome. Thanks, Max. Again, like not essential. I just know that like every once in a while people are gonna have questions, and there is gonna come a day where we have hundreds of people showing up all the same day, and all of them new, and that we're gonna get questions. So that's the less friction we can get in the UI, the more questions we can answer in advance. And again, like the vast majority, like this is perfect. Like the UX looks fucking really, really fun. Yeah, I was literally TC. I almost literally said, "Damn, this is slick," and then I just saw your comment and stopped myself because that's exactly. I feel exactly the same way. Pretty fucking good, man. Pretty fucking good.
Cool. Yeah.
My new homepage. Yeah, I mean, like between Wax on Edge and this, you know, the whole idea is like, you know, you get to do all your LP, you get to do all your farms, get to do all your staking, get to do all this fucking shit. Done. Boom. Okay, so here's the next question. Can you stake NFTs for token on Wax now?
On WaxDAO, yes. In our UI, I don't.
No, not on the UI. I just like we've been using Pepperstake, but if we can use WaxDAO and all of that can be on that page, like for Wiener, for whatever, for Juan, whatever, right?
I think we can do it, and if it's not there and we need it, we will ask Mike to add it.
Makes sense, right? Like, why go to Pepperstake when you can just stay on Launchbags? Just all of the, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why don't you do it
100%.
in the same place? Make it easy for the creator, make it easy for the trader, for the investor, for the participant, for however you want to call him.
Frick, yeah. Can you see total of how much of all stakes is staked in the farms? I think so.
If you we're not showing it right now, but maybe we have to add it. Yeah,
that information is on. Oh, you know what? I don't think it actually was on WaxDAO Farms the last time I was there. So like to kind of see what your percentage of the pool would be, which is kind of important when people are kind of thinking about the math or whatever.
You know, that's a question I asked Jose and Max this morning, but I haven't got an answer yet. So we'll have to wait.
Awesome. They have custody and non-custody NFT farms on WaxDAO. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds amazing.
Max is already wanting to build another leaderboard.
That's a good idea. I like that. Leaderboards are the shit, man. It's for real.
Oh,
leaderboards are good.
Please don't have that discussion with Max, or we will end up with 10,000 dashboards in leaderboards and dashboards in
Max. I don't know if we need 10,000, but 1,000 maybe. I'm on your side, bro. That'll be good. So one thing I want to make sure everybody understands this, because you know people are going to do the math on whether to get into the Wiener staking pool or any token staking pool that we drop on Launchbags. I'm going to be suggesting to all of the projects that do that they just extend those pools anytime they have more rewards, or if that's their intent, if they want to do that, because I think the ability to stake very, very long term without having to move in and move out is going to be very, very powerful. I think we can get a lot more staked. I think we can take a lot more supply off the table, especially over time, doing it that way. So people get comfortable getting return over like 6 months or whatever, like lots of return if they're in there for a long time. Like I'm here for the duration, right? So the whole idea that I can just leave it in there and make a little bit, even if it's a lot less, because, 100 times more people get into the pool, I'm comfortable with that. Like rock and roll, right? Yeah. Because, there's a non-zero probability that we see Wiener number go up if we're doing that. So rock and roll. Yeah, that's exactly it. If you extend it, you don't have to pay the fee again. That's exactly. Yes. Yeah, I've talked to Megan at length about this. Yeah. She's prepared to do it. That's going to be the case. And I think there's a good chance that because Wiener Queen has like a full-time job or whatever. She's doing this as a passion project or what have you with AJ. I can't wait till you guys can meet AJ. He's having to be kind of quiet because he works in the financial industry. It's like, I definitely didn't launch a token called Wiener. Anyway, it's all fucking serious. Awesome guy though, huge fan. Anyway, so the ability to kind of alternate, right? There's constantly rewards coming in. You can do NFTs, you can do the token rewards, but kind of alternate them, right? So like every couple of weeks, there's constantly stuff going on, and then of course she's going to be doing the farms with people too. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. V2 non-custodian farms, you can continue to keep adding templates. That's interesting. So like I haven't even contemplated what that would look like. But I guess the other thing too is like if it's a non-custodial farm, that's kind of like what we did with Uplift, right? Like you don't have to stake your Upliftium NFTs or whatever. You can just have them in your wallet as long as you're registered at enter.theuplift.com. You're just making stuff, right? So then, that's interesting because I just created something where on did I do Pepperstake? I think I did Pepperstake just because I needed to understand how to teach Megan how to do it. So there's an Upliftium one that starts on Saturday where you can stake, 1 million uplift Ethereum NFTs, and I threw like 100 million uplifting in there or whatever, just to kind of see what would happen. But now, like, if I did it on WaxDAO and it was non-custodial, like suddenly you're double earning on those NFTs, right? Because they're constantly in your wallet. I'm gonna have to try and do something. If they're non-custodial, they're still there, right?
You should try. You still have the tokens, yeah. So I don't know how would that work, but yeah, maybe it's worth trying.
I mean, if it's just tracking the your template is in here for X duration or whatever, just based on because you said so, right? You sign a contract that says it is, but it's still in your wallet.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely worth trying, because that's some wrinkle right there. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. We'll
figure.
We have to check that out. Yeah.
Either way, so yeah, if our projects are doing NFT stake on for token, the ability to have that all on the page would be awesome. Because this is awesome. Sorry, I have my screen over here. You guys can't see this. I'm like waving at my screen like a weirdo. That's the Wax Gods. How it works. By Wax Gods, he means Mikey. I'm assuming. All right, so hour and 15 fake hard cap achieved.
Fake hard cap achieved. Yeah.
Babazula, your timing is not great. We are done, but the show is fantastic. Done. Start back at the beginning, run through the tape. Yeah, multi-token rewards is interesting as well. Man, I feel like I personally have not scratched the surface on the number of kinds of collabs that we can do now, right? So we could do for any product could do this. You could sell LP NFTs at any time for the LP token.
Yes.
Right? Just sell them for the LP token, or sell them for Wax and make the token whatever. Like, you'd want to. You can sell them for USDT and then buy the token. There's just weird shit you can do with the NFTs now. Yeah,
there's a lot of things that you can do. Yeah, but we have to see. I didn't want to create more NFTs this time because there's a lot of calculations that I have to do to make sure that
I mean now.
Correct.
I mean now. And again, I don't know if it's smart, but like, Wiener could come out and say, okay, we're gonna our next NFT packs, are basically like you spend $50 worth of or whatever $50 worth of USDT. They then go buy Wiener off the market, create LP with that stuff, and stake it for 60 days. Right, cool. and you have the NFT, and you can blend it back out, and you get the LP.
Yeah,
right. Like, nice. Is that a good idea? I have no fucking clue, but it's byproduct.
No, I think it's a nice thing to do.
It'd be weird to try, right? And who knows? It's all speculation anyway. Like, numbers going to go up or numbers going to go down or whatever. But you could do it, and then you could take those NFTs and stake them, and treat that as like a weird dynamic farm or whatever. Yeah, so make dynamic LP NFTs so you can add to it. Well, I mean that's right. Like it starts to get really weird.
You could do that with upgradable NFTs.
Go on.
Where you can keep track of your balance, for example, so you can add more, and that's it.
Huh.
So you could have one single NFT that is tracking how much of the token do you have. But the thing is that the farm won't be able to read that balance.
But it could
work. But it could. Yeah, it could.
Right? Like it would be. We'd have to build something else, but it could.
Yes, but. But let's focus, Corey.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, there's a lot of possibilities.
Focus here. Possibilities are endless, but
they are. They really are. Anyway, you need to add swap window under the farm window so people can buy more, add more to the farm. I mean, it's right next door.
Yes,
there's a button called swap.
Yes, and but that's something we were just discussing this morning. Also, we should have something that buy the token and a pop-up to buy should be everywhere in the site.
That's smart. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, that's I like these. I think these comments are too high level for the typical crypto user, not for our community. I will send you a spaces from a crypto influencer with 500 plus each time, and it's kindergarten level. I mean, I've seen those as well. I don't know if we're the ones to do that.
I don't know. Are we the ones who want 10,000 users?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
So we just get on they're like, hey, we got this. Good morning. Let's pump this. Let's go. I mean, I do some of that.
We'll be like, hodl your winner, hodl your winner, hodl your winner.
We do say that. I don't know. That's that's not quite kindergarten. I think it's a little bit older than kindergarten, but not by much. Scron, your constructive criticism is basically the food that I live on.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh. One to the moon.
One to the moon.
One to the moon.
Come on, guys. We got this. Good morning. Good morning. One to the moon.
One to the moon.
Excuse me. Yeah. And hodl your wiener. All right. Let's do the thing.
Hold your wiener. And
Jesus.
yeah.
Boom.
Boom.